told you.
Glad you came back. Today I'm going to be making a dish. It's relatively simple, right? Comfort food, good for the fall, winter time, right? Actually, kind of good anytime, really, think about it. But I'm going to need to use some red kidney beans. Now you can get them in the can, which is absolutely fine. But, you know, I like to use the dried beans. Yes, there's some work to processing them. Not really work. It's more time. You have to wait. But it's still kind of like a labor of love, depending on how much you have to do, how many people you're cooking for. And these have already been washed. They've been soaked, right? Hope you enjoy this. I hope I can teach you a little bit of something, because the dish that you're going to see after this one, not the same day, but the next time I do a video, which will be the day after tomorrow. That's normally how I do it. Hopefully it'll keep going that way. I know you're going to enjoy it, and it's a dish that is best served chili. Hey, this is Shrashira. That's the best elevator music I ever heard. Now, when you get your beans from the store, your dried beans, they're not washed, okay? They're just processed at the factory. They pretty much just got most of the sticks, some of the dirt, a lot of the rocks out, but they're not washed. You're gonna have to do that yourself. So in order to do that, you need to, first off, sift through your beans. Look for any pieces of debris, right? Look for rocks. You want to get those out of there. And then any beans that look too beat up for you just don't want to cook, get rid of those. So let's see what we're working with. So what I have here, this is 1 cup of kidney beans, red kidney beans. See, they're dried. Now what I have to do is go through this and clean them up. I'll show you how to do that. The way I was taught to do it is you would pour them on a baking sheet. Well, I'm not doing a baking sheet right now. I'm just using these as daily paper. You want to lay them out. And I have a bigger bowl here that I'm going to be putting the beans in that I'm going to be washing. Okay, so we're just looking at the beans. Right, you want to go through and get the ones that look good. In the bowl they go. Then look through. Like this guy here, see he's kind of rough around the edges, but if you turn him over, see he's broken in half. I don't want that, because by the time you get finished washing it, it's going to be too mushy by the time it soaks properly. Again, go through. All right, so not bad. I mean, we have a few, just what, maybe 10 or 15 out of all that, out of that 1 pound that I don't agree with. So not bad. Now we're going to take these, okay, and we're going to cover them with water, okay. We're going to cover them by a few inches, because while they're soaking, they're going to double, almost triple in size, right? And you want to soak these, depending on how you like it, anywhere from 4 hours to 8 hours. Me, I'm around the 8-hour mark, and then I'm good to go. But you can go up to 12 if you need to. I wouldn't recommend going past 12 because it'll get too mushy even before you even cook it. So shoot between 4 and 8, right? So let me get this covered up. So I know you're probably asking yourself, well, why don't they clean these things at the factory, right? Well, they can't, okay? Because if they were to wash these at the factory, there's a very high probability that you'll have mold on your beans, right? Because they wouldn't be able to dry it sufficiently enough to get them to you properly. So they just don't do that. They're not even going to try it. So do it yourself. And why would you want to do this yourself? Because when you get the canned beans, which, I mean, if you like them, hey, there's some canned beans I go for, but they have a lot of sodium in it, okay? This way you can kind of control the sodium levels in at least part of your dish, okay? And plus, you don't know what else they may have in there, so if you can kind of curb some of that in a dish, hey, go for it. Is it time consuming? Yeah, you got to plan ahead, but at the end, it's worth it. Now, the other ingredients you might use for the dish you're making, you know, you can't stop all the sodium, all the preservatives, but this way at least you can knock a little bit of it down. Hope this helps. Now, what should you expect during the soaking process? Well, what's going to happen is the skin, if you will, of the bean is going to kind of wrinkle up, right, as it rehydrates. Now, the problem is when the inside, or the actual bean itself, the inside, that flesh part, when it starts to rehydrate, it's actually going to rehydrate faster than the skin. So a lot of times, especially in this case with the red kidney beans, they're going to split. A lot of them are going to split. Now, some people say, I mean, there are little tricks they say you could do. Add a little salt to the water will help prevent it. It slows it down, but it's still going to split on you. Okay. Some people say, well, if you don't do the soaking method, you cook it, simmer it slow, and they won't split. No, they're going to split. The only way that I've ever known to prevent splitting is to know someone that grows the beans, right? Preferably someone that sells them, which is rare, you know, at a farmer's market. And you're getting the beans within the first week or two of the drying process, okay? That's the only way, because what's happening is the skin is so tough on the little bean, the inside, the fleshy part is going to grow faster, so it's going to bust that skin, okay? Also, something else you're going to see is the size is going to double, like I said before, possibly triple, but most time it's just double. So yeah, that's what to expect. Now, I'm going to show you here the beans. They've been sitting here for 8 hours. Okay, you can go 12, right? Don't go more than 12. But 4 to 8 is a little sweet zone, depending on what you're going to do after. Now, once you're done with the cleaning and the soaking, all you have to do is put them in a pot with some broth, just cover the beans up, you know, put your choice of meat in it as you were, but cook the beans. Once you add the beans, cook them for like another hour to an hour and a half so the beans will be done. But let's get back to that. I mean, that's something else for another video, but right now we're going to focus on the actual beans and how they've transformed. Now you can see the water is not clear like it used to be. There's a little red hue to it, a little bit of dirt. You can see some of the beans, they've split, right? But what's more important is, I want to show you this. This is a dry bean. This is one that's been soaking. You see that size difference? Soaked, dry, right? Basically hard, somewhat soft. Now what we're going to do now I'm just going to agitate this just a bit. Now I'm going to take a colander and I'm going to strain this, right? Actually, I'm going to take a spider or a slotted spoon if you got it. Scoop the beans out into a colander, and then I'm going to rinse them in cold water, and they'll be ready to go. So we'll be right back. All right, so I have my spider, and the reason I'm doing this like this is because I want you to see the difference in the water. And no, the beans are not done because they haven't been cooked yet. All right, so see this? Look at that. All the dirt and debris that's in there. You don't want to eat that, right? Throw this away. Do not use that for any reason. Okay, let's go and finish this out. Let me go rinse these beans off and I'll be back. Now these red beans have been washed, rinsed. Now they're just straining or draining. They're ready to be cooked. So before I let you go, let me tell you just a few more things. Now, beans are good for you, okay? One of the more important things you want to know, other than how to clean them and prepare the dry ones, do not eat them raw, okay? If you eat them raw, you're going to have a bad day. Okay? You don't want to do that. It's not healthy for you. And the reason why we wash them and soak them and stuff is a more healthier option than getting them in the can, even though the ones in the can are pretty good. They taste pretty good. But these will be easier to digest as well if you're into your digestion. You know, that being said, I hope you enjoyed this little video here. Hey, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hey, if you have some tricks to hooking up the dried beans, hey, put them in the comments below. You know, hey, I'm always willing to learn some new fun facts, new ways of doing things. Hey, also, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Join the peanut gallery. You know, we have room and we always leave the light on for you. If we're not connected on Instagram, hey, go to Instagram, put my name in, right? Look for the Gray Cat, and let's connect. And if you can, also, as always, share me out. It really helps out. That being said, this Shrashira, I'm out because I have one more dish that I have to make. And like I said earlier, it's best served chili.